friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all the books that I am currently reading. They might seem like a lot, but for me it's just my normal week, how my normal week or month looks like. I take a lot of time usually to finish one book because I am not reading only that book. I'm sorry if I am really sweaty, but where I live, I have a fan on. Where I live right now, it's like 46 Celsius degrees, which is like 114, 15 Fahrenheit degrees, and it's too much for me. It's too much. So if I look sweaty, it's because I am. Let's move on, okay? I have, I think, all the physical books that I'm currently reading here that I own, and I will be checking on my phone my digital copies, which I also own. I bought them on Kindle or on Playbooks, I think it's called, on the App Store. Playbooks, yes. So those are the two places where I have digital copies. We are going to start with the physical ones. I'm not going to be explaining any particular order, just how I found them around my house. The first one, you will also see that some of them are not in English but in Spanish. That's because I read in both languages. Let's keep that in mind, okay? The first one, How to Walk Away by Catherine Center. I'm really sorry if I mispronounce the names of the authors. That's not my forte. I I have to say this is I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a romantic novel or just a novel, a fiction novel, but I'm not loving it. I enjoy that the storyline is different than what I was expecting it to be. I have not read a lot, only until page 49, so there is a long way to go. 330, so a long way. I'm hoping to finish this one. It's the middle of May, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish all of them in May. Probably not. But by June, I hope to have moved on from these books to walk away from them. I will let you know how I feel about this book after I have read more, because at the beginning I was not really feeling it. I did use some bookmarks like tapes. Um, I also love how they match the cover. Another one that I'm currently reading is Twilight. If you have not read the Twilight saga and you like young adults and like sprinkle of fantasy, maybe you will like this one. It's about a teenage girl that falls in love with a vampire. There is also a mix of werewolves and like a love triangle, but not really. I'm Team Edward. I'm sorry. I just never understood how could anyone think that Jacob was the right choice. I get it. I get why he's not wearing a t-shirt for the whole movies. I get it. But to live with that for the rest of my life, I don't know. I'm not saying Edward doesn't have problems. Have you read Midnight Sun? I think I have this here. I actually really enjoyed Midnight Sun. But Twilight, this is the original copy I have. Like, I have only bought one copy, and this is from check, 2009. It's an oldie but a goodie. I'm sorry if I look that way. That's where the I can see myself. I'm sorry. Another one that I'm reading, it's called Texture Teaching by Lorena Scotto Germán. This is for primarily teachers. It's really interesting. It gives you tools to know how to approach teaching to middle schoolers and high schoolers. Um, I have done a lot of teaching. I am currently a teacher, so I always find interesting to gain more knowledge in what you are currently doing, to find new ways of trying to understand how to improve yourself. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I like it. I like the way she is explaining with really raw examples how to approach subjects, difficult subjects, with your students. Really nice. I haven't finished it, but I think I'm going to really enjoy this book. I have read just a little bit, but it's nice. Another one I'm currently reading is The Little Mermaid, the novelization by Noel. I love the illustration in this one. I was going to say that I love that it has the new live animation, I think it's called live movie with the actress. Um, I really like this illustration. I have also not read a lot, just some pages, but it is really similar to the movie. But I will say there are happening things that did not happen in the movie, so that keeps me interested in continuing to read it. If you have not watched The Little Mermaid by Disney, both of them, you're missing out. You just are. Another one that is really interesting is The Whole Brain Child by Daniel J. Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson. I am currently reading this for my own child. It helps you understand how the brain works, of course, in the simplest way possible. But apart from trying to understand my child's development, it has helped me figure out how I react to things in my everyday situations. It's a really interesting book. I think even if you don't have a child in your care and don't plan to have one, it will be a really nice tool to use in your everyday. It really helps you see how your brain is divided and how sometimes when something happens or we have to make a decision, we only use one side of the brain or one small part, and it would be best if we could combine everything really well. Another one I'm reading, I think this one is only in Spanish, El Jardín del Mar by Sophie Goldberg. I think it's only in Spanish, but it is about Bulgaria in 1942, where a family suffers what is happening in Europe on the Second World War. So it's tough. Um, it's from a child's point of view of what happened to his parents and his brothers, uh, his friends, his neighbors when they get taken. I don't remember if they got taken to another country. I am not sure. I don't remember which camp they took them from their house to, but it's rough, but it's also I feel like it's giving you a meaningful story to be heard, to be listened to, and to share. Okay, another tough one on that line, Cobalt Red by Siddhartha Kara. It talks about the current situation in the Republican, no, in the, I don't know what is the name in English. Wait, what is the name of the Democratic Republic of the Congo? Okay, it's about how so many companies for technology exploit Congolese people to extract cobalt red. I mean cobalt. I think one of the liaisons, it is red. That's why the dirt looks red. It's so important. I think that everyone should be reading these types of books and get the information that we should be receiving, especially from places like the media. These are real people suffering real slavery right now, in this moment. So I can make this video and you can watch it from the other side. And everyone needs to know this truth. Really difficult reading, but really powerful too. I am reading this one. This one is in Spanish. Los hombres son de Marte, las mujeres son de Venus. In English, men are from Mars and women are from Venus by John Gray. This one I am actually reading with my husband. Wait, I have. I don't know where the, because we are taking many notes as you can see. I don't know where the little tapes. I don't know. They must have fallen when I was carrying them. This book helps you to understand your partner and how their brain works and how they expect things to be done or to be received. And it really helps you communicate in a better way, I think. So, really nice, really interesting. We like to have something to discuss about and to share, to know what works for us, what is not for us, to figure out everything. So, really nice. I think even if you don't have a relationship, this is a interesting book to get to know more about how women might view themselves, how men might view themselves, and all in between. And lastly, I am reading the second part of the Witcher saga, Sword of Destiny, by Andrzej Sapkowski. Sorry, sorry by mispronouncing your name. I really liked the first book. I actually have over here. Yeah. The other, I have six. And I already told my husband, there are eight published. I am missing two. Love, I know you are watching. Please buy them. And you know what he told me? Do you want to know what my partner for life told me when I said that I was missing two books? That I should finish this one so we can buy the other ones. I, I don't know if this is going to work out. I am not sure that he understands that reading and owning books are two different hobbies. So, I am currently reading the second one because my mission is to finish this year those six books. I just finished one, I think in maybe April, the first one, because I heard that next year they are going to be publishing, the author is going to be publishing another one. So I need to be ready. I, I need to be, really focused to get that book. So if you have not heard or read The Witcher, there are also three video games and one Netflix series. But it's about people that are transformed while they are kids into witchers. And if they survive, they go out in the world to hunt monsters. So humans pay them to hunt the monsters that are, out in the wild, and they sometimes get in the cities, in the villages. So they need help. Humans need help, and witch witches can help with that. It's really fun. It's a really interesting story. you get to meet so many different creatures, like mythological creatures, and they have different sorts, one to fight humans and one to hunt monsters. There is also a lot of romance and pleasure and a lot of jokes and sarcastic lines and everyday situations that occur while all the monsters are around people. So it's fun. It's fun. I like it. I actually read the first book years ago, but I didn't really remember. When I watched the TV show, I was like, oh, I do remember some. I have played the video game, so I knew more from the video games. But the book is actually, as usual, really fulfilling the story that we don't get in the video games nor in the TV show. Very nice. Now, for the digital copies I have Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. I know I was reading it, so I know I was like in 46%. I have it on Kindle. I am reading Fortune Falls by Lou Vane. I'm at 62%. Also reading Tokyo Bajo el Monzón by David Tur Garcia. I think that one is not available in English. Ah, I didn't say the other ones what they were about. Fortune Falls, I'm really enjoying. It's a like apocalyptic young adult. Some teenagers are in like a summer camp for leaders, and something is happening. We don't really know yet what exactly is happening. There is some kind of virus, so they cannot go back home, and they are trying to figure out how to survive in the middle of nowhere. Counting Miracles. It's a story about a man that meets a family, a man that is in the military that has no home from his own words, and he there happens something where he meets this family of a woman that is divorced with two teenagers, and they just click and they are having like more family related adventures together, and the man knows that he's really attracted to the woman, but he's not maybe looking for a relationship. So we have these two different characters. She's really family oriented and he's not, it seems. I haven't read a lot, but it's a light story actually. Tokyo Bajo el Monzón. This is really deep. This is about a man that was cheated on by his wife, and he has to get a divorce. He tries to move on, but his life completely shatters, and he's not making the best decisions, and he lost his job. He's now doing another thing. He's maybe falling in love with another woman that he should not be falling in love with. Really complicated. I think this is one of the last ones. I think this one is also only in Spanish. La Segunda Avenida de Hilda Bustamante by Salome Esper. This is really strange. It's a woman that died, a grandma. She died and she comes back, but she's not a zombie. She died, I don't know, a year ago. And she woke up in the cemetery and just walked home. Really strange. And on playbooks, I am reading, well, there is one saga, Surviving the Evacuation, by, let me see if I can see the name, Frank Tayel. I really like that saga. I have not read all of them because there are like 20 books and I just read like five. So I have decided that because it's been like maybe 2 years or three, I will say more around 3 years that I stopped the saga and I do not remember where I left the books. I am restarting the whole saga. It's about a post-apocalyptic world with zombies. That's my type of book. And also by Dreide Gold, I'm reading Povlegia, Povlegia, Povlegia. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's also a post-apocalyptic saga of zombies that has something that she explains how the virus got started. They are trying to find a cure. There are people trying to make cities again. There are so many stories that you are like, okay, why are you telling me so many different stories in so many different books? But now that I'm in book four, they all connect to each other on the same place and it all makes sense. It's a really nice saga. The saga it's called After the Cure series. So that's how you can find it. And I think that's actually all the books that I am currently reading. I don't know how many, maybe like 10. I want to finish all of these before I take another one from my bookshelves or from the apps because I have so many already purchased digital copies on my apps. I must have hundreds of books. As did you let me know down in the comments what books are you currently reading? What genre do you like to read more? You can see I read everything and anything that comes my way, almost. And I'm not really good at not finishing a book. I might leave it there for months, but one day I finish the book. So, thank you so much for tagging along. I know this was a really long video. I just had so many books to get to, and I'm still trying to get the idea of how much I should be talking on my videos. Thank you for being patient, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.